Even as we're talking about how successful this trip has done, a big story is breaking back in Westminster with Anneliese Dodds, Keir Starmer's international development minister, resigning as a minister. That is quite a big moment.
I'm very disappointed that she's felt she had to do this. I would have liked to have seen her try and refocus what is left of the development agenda, and also to keep alive the arguments for the pathway back to 0.7%. There is a hard reality, which is that money needed to be found, and it needed to be found really quickly, because when it became clear towards the end of the weekend that actually the defence spending had to go up on a timescale, and therefore there would need to be switch spending that would need to be announced on Tuesday. Therefore, this became the only option. What happened is there was a cabinet meeting on Tuesday morning ahead of Keir Starmer's announcement to Parliament. They were then taken off to a reading room where they were shown the statement in writing, which said that there was going to be this immediate increase in defence spending and the financing of it would come wholly from international development. And there was no leaks ahead of it.
You know, her position is completely uncredible. How can she speak to any of the organisations that the UK FCDO works with after her budget has essentially been halved? She had no credibility whatsoever. And I feel sorry for her because she seems like a really good Labour soldier who Keir Starmer's treated pretty abysmally. So she was brought in his first sort of iteration of shadow cabinet when he was first elected as leader. She was going to be the first female chancellor of the UK. She lasted a year before he fired her. He then gave her the job of being the party chairman. She ran this amazing election campaign. They had this amazing majority. He fired her and made her a junior minister, and then he gutted her budget. Like, she had nowhere else to go.
He is ruthless, though, isn't he?
I wouldn't say ruthless. I would say focused. I mean, you've got to be decisive if you're a prime minister. I don't think that's ruthlessness. I think it's what comes with the job.
And yet the body count still rises, Harriet. Sue Gray, out, humiliated. Anneliese Dodds, feeling she can't go on, having been humiliated yet again. There's a lot of women in his wake who thought they had big jobs that have been sidelined under him, hasn't there?
It'll be interesting to see who he puts back, but she was also responsible for women and equality. So I'm assuming, unless that role is given somewhere else into the government, that it might well be a woman taking over, but we'll wait and see.